This is a 1956 Chevy Bel Air 4-door sedan. That's just in beautiful survivor condition. When this car came in, the engine needed to be rebuilt. Car hasn't been buffed for many years. You know, the paint was a little chalky. We went ahead and completely went through the motor. It's the original 6-cylinder engine and runs like a top. We spent $2,400 just on the complete rebuild. That's not the installation or nothing like that, but spent a lot of money on the motor. We do have the receipts on that. Complete overhaul. Runs excellent. As I mentioned before, you know, you could tell under that old paint that the car really would have a good shine. We spent a couple days on it, polished all the chrome, buffed it out, and it looks absolutely fantastic for original condition, guys. Very nice car. Front bumper looks almost as good as new. The grill's in fantastic shape. The hood trim, the fender trim, the lights, all the chrome looks great. It's got bumper guards on it. I mean, granted, it's original, so I mean, if we look up close, you got a few little pits and stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's in great original condition. As we look at the hood lines up nicely, meets with that fender absolutely perfectly on that driver's side. We got a few little pits here on that bird on the hood too, but it still shines great. Hood lines up good here on the passenger side as well, fits really nicely. Overall, this car looks fantastic. It's got a few chips here and there. It's got 90,000 actual miles. It did come in and had wide whites on it. Wide whites really make this car, but the wide whites were bias ply and the tread was junk. You know, it looked good with them, but it didn't drive worth a crap. So we went ahead and put some good tires on them. They are black walls. We do have some surface rust stains on this front here, this piece of chrome right along this edge. It is heavily pitted there. Bumper, like I said, is excellent. Side chrome all the way down the driver or passenger side all looks really good. It's not all dinged up. As we look at this lower fender down here, it's perfect original steel. Paint all looks good. We got some paint touch-up, stuff like that along this edge of this door. We got just a little bit of surface rust hue right above this chrome here as well. So I mean, it's far from perfect, but for a 60-year-old car, I'm not 100% as far as if the paint's original or not. It could be. There is also some pitting on the door handles. The doors are all super tight. I mean, there's no play in those doors at all. They're even tight to open. Just nice and tight. As far as our door panels go, they all definitely look original. We got some hairline cracks and stuff like that on the armrest pad, and you can see that the glue's pulling away just a little bit here. But there's just absolutely no bodywork done on any of these doors. The guy's not going to find one any solider. I'm guessing by the looks here, it was gray and white, but it looks like some of it's been repainted. At least this quarter panel on the white has been repainted, that's for sure. So I'm guessing it's a combination of some original paint and some repaint. The back seat, the back of the front seat is in excellent condition. No rips or tears. Got the original ashtray. Dome light works. Visors and headliner are in great shape for original. We got a little water damage or a little discoloration way over in that back pillar. Other than that, there's a little rip right here in the back, top of the back seat, right by my finger. And other than that, back seat looks good. Carpet looks really good. Rubbers are still pliable, but they're the original. They're still somewhat soft. Corners of all four doors are great. All the pillars are excellent on it. This is a really nice car, guys. Dash is nice on it. Clock does not work. It's got its original steering wheel. No one's messed with that. Original radio still in there. Front seat on the passenger side is in great shape. Front seats match the back seat, looks all original. Inside the trunk we do have a spare with a wide on it, and it does have the fender skirts as well. Back bumper looks just as nice as the front bumper, except for we got a couple little tiny little spots on that side, but for the most part it looks really nice. We got some little chips and some scuffs on the paint on the trunk lid. Another chip right here. The trunk lid paint along with the quarters, you can tell it's got just a little metallic in that white. It's definitely not original. The white's definitely been repainted. There's some pitting here on the trunk lid emblem. The trunk lid fits great. I mean, this whole car fits great. Like I said, it's just a super solid original Survivor. And it has an absolutely stunning shine to it after it's been buffed. This emblem's got some pits, the Bel Air emblem. We do have a chip right here by my finger. No rust on the rear quarters on either side. I mean, no rust damage. We got just a little bit of surface rust on the inside where the paint's chipped a little bit on the wheel well, but no blisters, nothing like that. Here's your corner of your door. This whole pinch weld is perfect. No rust on the door. The only rust damage we have anywhere, and it's not through or nothing, but it looks like there's just a little bit to start right here. Just a little bit in this front fender. It's all nice solid steel, but right under this rocker panel we got a little bit of surface rust and a little bit of blistering starting. Here again we have a couple paint touch-ups right along this edge. You know, and there's a few other little spots I'm sure I missed as far as chips and stuff on the paint, but all in all it's a great looking, great driving classic. Gas gauge works. Wipers work on it. And they park. Heater fan works. Original AM radio is intact, but it does not work. No one's messed with the dash. The Bel Air dash is in beautiful shape. The only thing that doesn't, it's got 90,205 miles on the odometer, but the speedometer itself is not working. I'll check and see if the odometer is turning, but it does not have a needle on the speedometer. So the speedometer does not work. The kickdown even works on this transmission, guys. It's got the Power Glide tranny. Kickdown works great. When we also got it in, we rebuilt the motor. We went through all the brakes. Gave it a complete tune-up. Yeah, the brakes stop great, nice and straight. You know, these V8s weren't super powerful anyway, so this little 6-cylinder with the automatic, I mean, it runs and drives and shifts great. You know, it'll go as fast as you want it to go. Front end is nice and tight on it. Like I said, it goes down the road fantastic. This temp gauge, like I said, the motor is brand new. The temp gauge is showing that it's more on the hot side. As soon as I get it back, I'm going to put the heat gun on it and just see what I'm running. I'm pretty sure it's just the gauge isn't working properly. We'll check that out when we get back. It doesn't act like it's hot at all, but the gauge is showing it's getting warm. Again, at high speeds, we got to stop. Brakes work perfect. No pull left, no pull right. Just a fantastic driving 56. So just kind of a recap, the radio, clock, and the speedometer do not work. Other than that, wipers work, heater works, and it goes down the road fantastic.